is well done. The graphics are nice. The art style is good. We're seeing, they obviously care, right? You know, the world is definitely brought to life by what we see here. I appreciate the grim darkness. Yes, it could be more grim dark, but for what it is, it's good. Right? The graphics hold their own. The getting into the actual gameplay, though. Here, let me go see if I can find a spot that doesn't constantly respawn enemies. So this is an MMO. So I'm assuming that when this thing goes live, we will see other players running around, I think. I don't know what the servers are looking like relative to how many people are actually going to be in each area. But I would imagine I'll be running into other people. But, oh, there we go. All right, I found people. Sweet. So there you go. All right, answer to my own questions. But look at this. Okay, the mobs just spawned. Oh, what the hell's going on? They reset at a point? Alright, so I have a... Well, that's unfortunate. So in an MMO, the reality is the world should be seamless to keep you in the world. But if you're just going to arbitrarily stop mob spawning at a particular spot, so that takes you out of the game. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, let me move on. So definitely some weird design decisions from that perspective. All right, the combat. The combat is obviously going to be the number one thing you're going to deal with. Look at those respawns. Damn. Holy crap, man. All right, so anyway, the combat is fine. It feels all right. I don't want to say it feels great because I don't feel like there's great feedback relative to the character, to hitting mobs, at least playing as a caster. It's fine. I'm making the contact, but I don't feel like my character's truly engaging in the world and getting that kind of feedback that really makes you feel like you're discharging those spells and that your spells are really hitting, right? It's a very standard... It's a very standard, you know, numbers combat system. Animation plays, animation doesn't really connect with the NPC in any meaningful way, and then, you know, you get your damage number. That's it. Like, look at this, right? It's like if I get hit, see if I get hit and there's no reaction. My character doesn't react to the world around her. And the respawns, holy crap. Anyway, so I'm playing on a controller right now. I highly recommend mouse and keyboard, but because I'm an idiot, I'm doing a controller. You can see my skills on the bottom. I mean, you have an array of skills, and I'll be honest, the skills have been fun. The skills are fun. I'm not hating on the skills. I just wish that they were more present in the world and they mattered. Like, I wish that I felt that I was making connection with the enemies. You have a dodge. Dodge is based on that SP down there, so I don't know if that's considered agility or whatever, but you can't just continually dodge everywhere. Dodging is important in my opinion. I know people are going to get pissed for roll slop, but dodging, you should always be able to dodge. Just like you should always be able to kick if you're in a fighting game of any kind. I never understand why you can't kick. Why can't my character kick? Why can't I push away mobs? Makes no sense. Doesn't... I know, I run around. Okay, all right. Otherwise, the combat is competent. There's some fun to be had, but here's my thing. Right now, playing the combat, what I would say is, I don't know how long I would really... I don't know how much I would really invest. And because this is an MMO, that's going to be important, right? I mean, I don't know if the builds are going to matter. So I'm level 3 or something right now in the demo. And the skills that I have right now have been good. They're doing the job. Anything else beyond these skills will just kind of do more of the exact same, right? They're just going to generate numbers slightly differently with a different animation. I don't feel like there's a system in place to where There's nothing I'm looking forward to. Yeah, like, you know, normally in RPGs and MMOs, you're looking forward to that next skill, right? You're looking forward to, oh, I can't wait to level so that I can use, you know, Wind of Wibbledy-Boo or whatever, right? Here, the skills that I have, I feel like I'm good, man. Like, even, you know, whatever else you give me beyond this, that's fine, but I don't feel like my character's going to be upgraded in any way that really matters. I'm still going to be doing the same basic stuff, if that makes sense. God, the respawns, man. Okay, and then here's the other problem with the combat. And I've already kind of complained about it, but let me... Dude, did that dude just respawn again? Oh my God. These games, these isometric style of games, one of the major gameplay issues is that they reward AoE builds, and, you know, single target builds will always be inferior. So what that means is that these guys have either A, will make the entire game just AoE spam, and that's it. And in that case, who cares? There's nothing to build. Or if they give us, you know, if they give us single target skills, like if a warrior or something, you know, are you gonna want that warrior in your group that can only hit one target as opposed to, say, multiples? It's a legitimate call out. It's a legitimate issue. Yeah, the enemy spam is just crazy. Look at this. Like, I'm getting no sense of accomplishment going through this land because everything just respawns. Like, I don't feel like I'm making a difference in this world. This is like pure... I mean, if I'm honest, this gameplay design is purely just a dopamine hit for people who like to see numbers. Crap, the more I think about it, man. The more I think about this, that's unfortunate. But this is the gameplay loop. I mean, that's it. You guys see what I'm doing. Now, the good news is that there are some variations on what we're doing. Let me see if I can open the map to kind of give you guys an idea. So if we look at the map, there's other stuff going on, right? We have, you know, there's events going on in the map. There's other areas to go. We can mess around with gathering, stuff like that. So I appreciate all that. But at the end of the day, it's going to break down to doing what you're seeing me doing right now. I don't know how far along I am in the demo, but I've done a chunk, and this is it. You get some gear drops. You can upgrade your gear. Right, there's the standard, you know, talent trees. But then that's it, man. I don't know. The gameplay loop, I guess if you like to see numbers go up, that's what it is. The way the game feels itself is fine. So if you notice my character walking around, there's no real connection between her feet and the ground. So that means that there's not a physics system where there's a connection there, and you can feel that when you're controlling. I'm very floaty. You see how I'm just kind of floating around while I run around? It's, you know, it's an older style of game design, and it's one that I really wish people would move away from. Like, if your character is walking, let your character walk. Right? Like, put them in the world. Here, I'm just disjointed, and that, I would say, characterizes everything I've talked about. Everything is kind of disconnected. The numbers, right? The way your skills hit, or lack thereof, any kind of impact when your skills hit. You know, otherwise the control's fine, but that feedback's not there. I don't feel good controlling it. I feel fine. I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna hit some buttons, I'll see some numbers. Okay. Alright, I get it. Like, I'm done. I don't know. That's it. Wow, I went from sort of maybe appreciating this game to now... I don't know, man. Now I'm questioning everything. So, anyway. What's next? Visuals and art style. We kind of covered that. But I do appreciate the visuals. I like the art design of the way the characters are designed. Not just because they're sexy, but because, you know, there's actual legitimate design behind them. The mobs and everything, as you can see, they're good. They do the job. No, nobody's going to remember them as anything unique, but they're not. But they're well done. It's your standard, you know, swamp monsters, giant spider crab things, you know, whatever. But well played. The world itself looks good. Ooh, I love it. So I just leveled while I'm complaining about the game, and all I have done is mindlessly clicked some buttons on my controller. So I really still don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, I mean, like I do, but I don't. Like I get my skills, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I've got all the theory craft down for, you know, how to chain everything together perfectly. I'm just talking and kind of doing a rotation. Well, that's what I'm doing, right? That's what you see me guys. That's what you guys see me doing. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. Okay. All right. What else? Okay. I'm trying to get better at my checklist here. Sound and music, fine. Nothing crazy. Gets the job done. I usually don't listen to the music, but I kind of kept it on. It's background. It's there. Whatever. The sound effects of skills, the voice acting that was in there is good. Yeah. No problems really with the sound design. Sound design is fine. It'd be better if I could go to first-person view. This game needs to mess with the camera. Speaking about that, I didn't mention the camera. The camera's point of view, we can zoom out. And this is probably the best way to play. I've been playing really zoomed in the entire time. But man, I really wish we could lower the camera and look out more. I know that defeats the point of isometric games, but still. What did we touch? Oh, we can go faster. It's a speed buff. We can go faster to go do more AoE spells. Yeah. Oh, my attacks went up too. Cool. Yeah, you can dodge. I don't know if I said that. I said that. You can dodge. Yeah. Okay, so story, world, atmosphere. I appreciate the story and the world atmosphere so far. It's okay. Actually, no, I really appreciate it. So when we started playing, it's some kind of a thing to where the elves versus the humans. The evil elves showed up, absolutely massacred everybody. It was done in a fun way. You know, I was engaged. It was fine. No, it's not going to change the world, but at least it was, you know, unapologetic to one degree or another. So I appreciated that. And then that mixed in with the art style itself played off well. So I did appreciate that. We talked about the grimdark atmosphere kind of already, and I like it. I don't know what else there is in this game, but I like this stuff, right? Go play some Bloodborne after this. Alright, performance. I haven't had any performance issues. On my side, I've been rocking between 110, 120 the whole time. I think the stream is capped at like 1080p, 60 FPS or something. I don't know. But from a performance perspective, I've not had any kind of a drop. I have not had any kind of a crash. So it's been pretty solid. So good job on there. The tech team's doing their job. Yeah. What would I say the strengths are? All right, strengths and weaknesses. All right, good call out. I know it's not good that I start out that answer with for the strengths. I do appreciate the art design. There's strength in the art design. This world might be worth paying attention to in the future. Right, especially if you like numbers go up constantly, then I think you'll be fine. I think you'll appreciate the world so far. The combat, I don't know if I'd call the combat a strength. No, I don't know. The combat is competent, but I wouldn't call it a strength because I don't think anything is really being done here that we haven't already seen a million times anyway. I mean, prove me wrong, right? You guys seen anything going on here that's different? I don't see anything. It's pretty basic, and in fact, so if we want to move, all right, let's talk about strengths. What else? I do appreciate that there's a hub world, and that hub world, it looks like you can expand on. So it looks like there's an NPC system that you can level up. I like that. I like that the hub world, it looks like you can customize your buildings. I appreciate that. That's the kind of stuff I do like. Progression. So the progression, I don't want to say it's strength, because if we look at like the talent tree, for example, there's not a whole lot there. So I don't know how in-depth this will ever really get. When you go to your hub world, there's a progression system tied to some kind of a phoenix monument. It seemed a little simplistic from what I saw, but it's another layer of customization. God, look at these respawns. So it looks like there's some stuff there to hold you over to keep you coming back. So I do appreciate that. I do like that the home, or that the hub world was paid attention to. I think a lot of developers, you could do so much with a hub world, right? There's so many amazing gameplay stuff that you could technically do. And nobody wants to go too deep into that stuff, and I do not understand why. It's like free money, especially for microtransactions if you really want it. I don't want to give developers any ideas, so I'm going to move on. So the strengths are, it's a competent, standard, isometric MMO. It's not bad. It's just, my attention is waning. If you have not noticed. If you haven't noticed. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on. I'm just kind of... Okay, alright, weaknesses. I don't want to spend too much time here, but what I would say is that the weakness is that it seems like we have a talented group of people that didn't really explore the kind of gameplay they could have done with a game like this. It's a competently made game. The animations are good. The art design is there. The voice acting is there. The gameplay systems are potentially there. Why did they not push it further with new stuff? That's my question. I would actually love to hear an answer. Like, what's the excuse? What's the excuse? I mean, if I had that kind of resource, I would push game design further. Fine, you want to make an isometric game? Let's do stuff that nobody's done before. They didn't do that here. That wasn't done here. Alright. I've never teleported. Oh, I guess we can... Alright. Let's go here. Can I go there? Oh, it costs money. Well, good. It should cost money. Whenever you teleport, there should be a penalty. I have no idea how much gold I have. Are we going there? No, I already did that. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I appreciate that. That's a strength. You don't just get free teleports. Good. But otherwise, the main weakness for this game, yeah, the main weakness is that nobody pushed anything. And that's a shame. The boss has become... There's a boss? How do we get in here? Can I get in here? Huh. I guess I can't get in there. Really? Alright, it's not letting me in. You guys see any other way to get in? I don't see any prompts. The hell's this? Oh, that's the... Well, that sucks. I won't call that... That's me being stupid. It's fine. I'm not gonna get on anybody for that. That's my bad. Anyway, so... Yeah, the final verdict. I mean... If you like to see numbers go up in an isometric, you know, dungeon crawler game, here you go. You're gonna get a competent one of those. Is that really gonna hold your... How long is it going to hold your attention, right? Do you really want to invest your time in a game that appears to be fairly basic? Another strength. I appreciate that there's these events. That's nice. I like that. That's good stuff. But once again, you're gonna get to that event, and what's it gonna be? I can't do that now. Number go up. Use your AoE. Number goes up, and then that's it. Ooh, these guys hurt. I've been leveling up, so the other place was easier. Fair enough. Do that now. Woo! I can't do that now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay, anyway. Final verdict. Let's die. Let's see what happens when you die, actually. So yeah, the final verdict. I mean, that's it. It's not bad. If this is the kind of game you enjoy, then you're going to get more of exactly the same of what already exists. if you're looking for a new MMO like me, I don't think this is it. Yeah, but good job to the devs for making a smooth, you know, competent game. I do appreciate that. Maybe one day we'll see more advancement from the devs with respect to gameplay and ideas and stuff like that. Yeah.